little higher up on the knack scale there. Huh?
It's 12 o'clock, Joe.
Rattaloni's Hardware and Garden Stores.
And yes, we are rolling.
Rattaloni's Hardware and Garden Stores brings you Garage Logic podcast number 1282, April 8, 2024. 83 degrees was the record high on this day. That was in 1931. And it was 9 degrees on this day as recently as 1997.
You got any ice outs?
And Aquaside brings us the ice outs. If you own a lake home or if you have a pond on your property, call Aquaside. You're going to get rid of the weeds and the algae and the what's the word I want? The degenerating vegetation, anything that would freak the kids out. This cleans it up, and the products are quickly used and they're safe. They work. I said that they work quickly. They're registered with the EPA and the DNR, so even the fish don't mind. They'll come up and take a look at that and say, "It's fine. It's all right."
We'll go somewhere else.
So weeds don't need to overtake your lake or pond this summer. Call Aquaside. Tell them what you think your problem is, and they'll help you get the right products. Call Aquaside at 1-800-328-9350 or go to aquaside.com. And here are Aquaside's ice outs for April 8. Minnetonka, 1907, 1953, 1986, and 1991. White Bear Lake, 1934, and Lake Minnetonka, 1986.
Oh.
Got her.
Why isn't this playing? I am playing the Hail You Open.
Hail the flashlight, King.
Ooh, the extended play version.
We're having computer issues. I think my computer must have been attacked because of the solar eclipse.
Johnny, one of my employees went to Herbie Hancock and said it was a fine concert. Yeah.
Got
And I don't
great
think you played Rocket.
What?
Yeah.
I
Did you
apologize.
play the Hail?
I
So what are we
did,
doing here?
But I don't understand. We're just going to
It's in
start the
silent
show.
mode.
For some reason, my computer is glitching right now, so this is going to be
Here's
problematic.
the-
for the
here's
rest
the
of the-
You're
intro.
glitching,
The mayor
Chris.
of Garage Logic, Joe
Hail the
Suchere.
flashlight, King.
And now, from the mayor's office above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Chris Reavers manning Technology Corner, Kenny Olson from the Krabby Coffee Shop, John Heidt in the newsroom, and of course, the rookie. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and the keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Suchere.
Monday. Esteemed town council members, guess what? Most of us, are headed back to Target Field on Thursday, May 9th to play a little hooky.
Are we going to sit where we sat last year?
I don't know for sure, but my guess is that would be the case.
Okay.
Good spot.
I'm bringing my glove
You
this
almost
year.
got killed. That's
Yeah,
right.
so you don't get smoked by a foul ball again. It's a town council Target Field takeover on Thursday, May 9th to play a little hooky. You can join all of us and cabinet members as we take over Target Field when Minnesota takes on Seattle Thursday, May 9th. It's a day game.
What time?
Thursday, May 9th. I believe it's 12:10. It's the town council Target Field takeover. Tickets are free for
Really?
town council members on a
Really?
first come, first served basis. You can claim yours right now at garagelogic.com. If you're not a town council member yet, not a problem. Just join the council and then claim your tickets. You can learn more and claim your tickets today at garagelogic.com. We're going to a ball game.
Let's
I'm
do
bringing,
this.
I'm bringing my glove.
Are you
Yeah.
going to buy us tickets to sit in the pontoon?
No, we don't have to. The tickets are free for town council members.
True.
Say the eclipse is just now getting underway, and it'll take place throughout the time we're on the air today.
Where did you first learn about the upcoming eclipse? And how long ago?
What do you mean? They're not that infrequent.
Right.
Why is the world going crazy
Thank
for
you.
this one?
This is my question to you. Where were you when you first heard it? Because it's been covered for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
It's an
easy.
eclipse.
Yeah.
We've had them before.
Should we be the only podcast in America going wall to wall covering the eclipse?
Let's do it.
No, because I'll tell you what.
Because it's a visual thing.
There probably are podcasts going wall to wall with the eclipse.
You know what? You're probably right.
There's the eclipse podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't understand it. I wish the kids could get a shot at it today. It's very cloudy here. They're not going to see anything if they're not going to see much, if anything at all. You get totality in other parts of the country. And there's a thing now called eclipse tourism. The other thing I read, here's a sign that it's over the top for the news, the conventional news gatherers, predicting or warning of potential terrorism events where large numbers of people gather. So we're elevating the eclipse to a potential terror threat because people might stand around outside with their sunglasses on and look at it. Is that really fair? That it has to become a terrorism event?
Totality Talks, the Solar Eclipse podcast.
I swear to God,
there you go.
Join us as we delve into the captivating world of total solar eclipses, bringing you exclusive interviews with eclipse experts and enthusiasts.
Hey,
imagine that.
Fellas, didn't our last president say he looked right at the eclipse and it was no big deal?
Yeah, he did.
Stared it down in the eye without any eye protection.
But he's got
That
so
is
much
awesome.
suntan crap in his eyes that the cream probably prevented him from getting
what?
danger.
I
They
believe
brought
him.
What,
If
John?
They brought him a big set of glasses. Remember, he started looking, and his
that's
aides
right.
ran over and brought him the big glasses.
I remember that.
So that he put them on.
I am
okay.
I am related to someone who drove down to Missouri with her mother
Fail.
to
Today?
yesterday.
It didn't happen yesterday.
Right, their timing was
Right.
off.
But they drove to Missouri yesterday.
Right, to be
get
ready for
set
it?
up
Oh,
so they could see the
I'll be damned. Well,
Where are they at in dirty old Missouri?
somewhere in
Branson?
the south east corner of the state. I don't know the exact city, but the
That's
southeast.
kind of the Branson area.
Yeah.
how insensitive would it be for me to wonder, I don't know the person's name, if one of the South Carolina players was a male? Is that a bad thing for me to wonder? One of them was playing on a female team, but
She was built.
like a brick, what?
Yes.
Well, I don't know that, but
Intimidating force underneath
and I
the
don't
basket.
like the South Carolina coach Dawn Staley
Mhm.
because she in her virtue signaling said something to the effect that, well, if you identify as a woman, you should be able to play women's sports. I want to see what Staley would say if this Zach Edey showed up for Iowa and played against South Carolina. She would have been the first one to bitch and moan.
Right.
My name is
So-
Patty Edie.
Yeah, I'm Patty Edey.
In fairness to the coach, don't you think it was kind of weird the way the question was asked, and the reporter immediately left the
Refresh my
It's,
memory.
it's a guy who works for Outkick, which is an organization concerned with issues of that sort. He
Yeah.
asked the question, got
Yeah.
the answer, and left. That
Well,
was
but
what
he got
the
the answer. I mean,
Well,
that was her
sure.
answer.
What should she have answered if she thought that? Should she have just said no comment, or what should she have answered?
Well, for my worldview, she should have answered absolutely not. No male should play on
I know,
female
yeah,
teams.
for your worldview, yes,
Yeah.
but that's not the way she thinks. So she
No, and she's
gave
a
her
phony.
answer.
And my contention, John, is she's a phony because you put
Okay.
Zach Edey on some team she faces, and she's going to revolt
Okay,
because they would get beat. Now, if this insanity and this mental illness doesn't stop, what's the point in the future of playing basketball? If men are pretending to be women, are allowed to be on a woman's team, what's the point of playing? Because this insanity is showing no signs of stopping. Hi, everybody. It's nice of you to all pitch in
Really a
and
good start.
staring at your computers
Like,
with
yeah,
your mouth
well,
open.
Sports talk.
well, my thought is you're never going to have a huge number. I don't think you're going to have a basketball team with, say, 2 males who might be playing female, or vice versa. I guess, whatever. I don't know how many times do you think the situation would arise. I guess.
Oh, I don't know, John. Probably never.
It doesn't
Well,
that seem
yeah,
to
once in a
only
while.
happen when it's an individual sport?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested anymore.
Who's done?
Okay.
He's
I wasn't from the get-go.
I know.
So.
I could tell.
he wore himself.
Well,
out
I don't
now.
know what the hell you're talking about. College sports.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Joe
Get a
knew
life.
because we were all just staring at the computers.
It's a hockey. I
I
care
was
about
on the
hockey.
Iowa Hawkeye Sports website.
So the Muslims for Ramadan, on the last day of Ramadan, had a big celebration in Dearborn, Michigan, which is a hotbed of our Muslim friends
Okay.
who have moved to the Detroit area. And I think it's International Al-Quds Day.
Mm.
That's you would pour out all of your chants and all of your shouts upon the head of America. Tariq Bazi, a Michigan-based activist associated with the Heidt Institute, said in a video from the rally that was shared by the Middle East Media Research Institute. And Bazi's comments were then followed by crowds chanting "Death to America."
Ah, okay.
In America. I mean,
That's
Bazi reasoned that the rallies held on the day are so anti-America instead of a focus on Israel is because the U.S. government that provides funds for all of these atrocities, pointing to Israel's continued siege of Gaza as an example. So it was death to Israel and death to America
okay. There's only two for you.
to kind of even it out. The activist went on to quote Malcolm X, who said the U.S. is one of the rottenest countries that ever existed on this earth, while arguing to eliminate the entire American system, which is what's happening. So what we discuss
They are
daily
in
at the
Detroit.
University of Garage Logic.
They are in Detroit, so maybe they're just going firsthand experience.
It's not just Genocide Joe that has to go, Bazi said, referring to Biden. It is the entire system that has to go. Any system that would allow such atrocities and such devilry to happen and would support it, such a system, does not deserve to exist on God's earth. Maybe he meant to say on Allah's earth. I don't know. Celebrations of the day were controversial throughout the world, drawing a ban by German authorities in Berlin. Rallies to mark the day have been taking place in Dearborn for at least 20 years. And the town has become a hotbed of hate. You can see rallies and sermons in support of Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, noting that the threats emanating from the city have become more pronounced since the Hamas attack on Israel in October. Republican State Representative Phil Green told Fox News that he agrees with assessments of a growing problem in Dearborn and around the country, arguing that it saddens him to see the world's problems coming to our doorstep. Well, they're certainly here, aren't they?
Yeah.
This type of extremism, this type of rhetoric, this type of division, threats of violence was a Middle East thing. It seems like a lot of that was limited to the Middle East, and now we got it, Green said.
Interesting that they leave a hellhole, a place that they deem unlivable,
And then turn it into a hellhole in Dearborn.
and then they come here and turn it into what they just left. Interesting.
Right.
That's a weird take.
I'm sure these were peaceful protests.
Mostly.
Especially right after the death to America.
Well, they do have one thing in common. They came here and they hate it here.
Dearborn also became the center of a protest movement against Biden last month, with activists from the town encouraging Democrats to vote uncommitted instead of supporting the president's reelection bid. So it's a big deal there. The Bazi speech was followed by remarks from Michigan Ayman Usama Abdul Ghani, who called Israel an evil settler colonist project and a cancer, while applauding those who are willing to publicly criticize the country. Israel is ISIS. They are Nazis. They are fascists. They are racist. Abdul Ghani said, the people of the world now know this.
Okay.
Protesters were then heard chanting "Free Palestine" and "From the river to the sea," a controversial phrase classified as hate by the American Jewish Committee. According to Stilinski, this type of rhetoric has become common in Dearborn. I'm not saying that everyone in Dearborn is a terrorist, but there is a large amount of support for jihadi groups there. That's Stilinski. I'll go back and get you I think I can. I don't know who that is.
I don't remember what his first name was.
Yeah. Anyway, Dearborn was. You came here, and now you want death to where you are. Well, why are you here then?
And then when Americans stand up and push back against this nonsense, those Americans are labeled as racist and haters and Islamophobia. What is it? Islamophobia. Yeah, the whole deal there.
Now,
But
locally,
Joe, that was going on. I know you mentioned this, but it was going on in Dearborn long before Hamas invaded Israel.
Dearborn,
long before.
Dearborn's at what we call your hotbed.
Dearborn is 55% people who claim Middle Eastern or North African ancestry. So over half of the city, 110 right.
5%. Wow.
Now, along those lines, yes, Kenny.
And Dearborn is a ghetto. Let's just, be
home of the
honest
Henry
here.
Ford Museum.
Have you been there lately?
Not
They
lately.
got a nice country club over there.
I have been to Dearborn on occasions. I have not been lately.
Hasn't there been a lot of hijackings there?
Lock the
Dearborn.
doors, kids. Lock the doors.
What's the nice track over there? Golf.
In Dearborn?
Yeah.
I'm-
or
I'm-
at least in where the big wigs go.
I can't. Is it
Oh.
Oakland something?
Wasn't that Tiger Meet Tiger? I
No.
thought you said it was the Detroit guy that called you that.
That was William Clay Ford, but it might not necessarily have
That
been.
was down in Florida.
Oh, I gotcha.
I've got an
Get my
email.
bag all set and put it in my trunk there, kiddo.
Joe, the ties to the bill I brought your attention to the other day. Two Muslim neighbors, this is from an emailer, Diane. And then she sent backup material. Two Muslim neighborhoods are being proposed, one in Lakeville and one on Lino Lakes, Forest Lake. From my understanding, nothing has been officially presented to the cities yet, but there's a lot of weird stuff circulating. Then she linked me to two articles about it, one from the American Experiment and one from the Press Publication, which is a community newspaper. There is also this, which appears to be a way for our state to push the homeless and probably illegal immigrants out to the suburbs. And then we have a story here from Press Publication, which would be like the Highland Villager or the White Bear Press or whatever. Social media posts swirl about Medina Lakes. Madinah. And what we learn is that posts have been circulating on social media lately regarding Medina Lakes, a proposal for land located approximately 1.5 miles east of Lexington Avenue on the south side of County Road 14 near, what would that be? Lino Lakes border with Blaine.
Right, Northern Metro.
So, according to the website for the project, Medina Lakes will be the first of its kind, master planned masjid-centric community. The 156-acre development would be home to over 450 families. The developer is Zakar Holdings.
Not Cargill.
And the project is proposed to include apartments, townhomes, villas, single-family homes, senior, a park, soccer fields and tennis courts, restaurant, coffee and retail, daycare, banquet, and a $15 million, 40,000 square foot mosque. Okay. According to city planner Katie Larson, the city of Lino Lakes has not yet received a land use application. We anticipate they will be doing that soon, she said. All right. President Faraz Yusuf of Zakar Holdings recently visited the Lino Lakes Council to introduce himself to the community. How you doing?
Meet the fellas.
Yeah. And address some misconceptions.
Did he call anybody in the community infidels or
I don't
anything
think
like
so.
that? How you infidels doing today?
Right.
First of all, he said that Zakar Holdings is in no way affiliated with Integrit Properties, whatever that is. He also welcomed any members of the public, as well as the city council, to contact him directly with questions. I want to make it abundantly clear that we have no expectations of special treatment, nor have I or members of the city council struck any deals to bypass the steps necessary to make this project a reality, Yusuf said. Our project aims to be one that is inclusive, open to everyone, and promotes peace and harmony. Okay, that may be so, but then why would anyone want,
Right.
Would you want to live there? I mean,
No.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing untoward about this that I'm aware of. Although it's Lionel Lakes, I would imagine that it might be a bit of a surprise to the people of Lionel Lakes, huh?
Now, where did the funding for the Lionel Lakes project come from?
Well, I'm looking here.
Because we do have a question about the funding down in Lakeville for the same style of project.
Now you turn to Lakeville, and this is from the Center of the American Experiment. We get a residential development as proposed for a 36-acre site of undeveloped land that's linked to Feeding Our Future scandal.
Huh.
A development company located in Eden Prairie is eyeing a plot of land near I-35 in Lakeville for a unique project. According to the promotional materials, Nolosha Development has a vision. Our walkable community will make it easier to get around without a car. Just steps away, you'll find everything you need, including a mosque, an Islamic school, a tutoring center, a halal shop, and a variety of restaurants, cafes, and retail shops. Nolosha's website indicates that the initial 160 deposits for the project have already been spoken for. And the development already has a wait list.
Wow.
The project's early in its stages. According to records kept by the Minnesota Secretary of State's office, the LLC was founded in August of 22. Lakeville is the first project. A related nonprofit was founded a year earlier and is also headquartered in Eden Prairie. I want to know where the money's coming from.
Oh, well, it's pretty easy in this case.
The 3-minute promotional video currently appearing on Nolosha Development's homepage includes a map of the site. The site is in Lakeville, adjacent to I-35 northbound lanes and convenient to local shopping. There's a nice drawing of it here. Let's see. The property... Feeding. Okay, wait a minute now.
Yeah, there you go.
The property ID for the parcel above matches the property ID mentioned in a federal indictment in the Feeding Our Future scandal. In March of 2023, U.S. Attorney for Minnesota indicted a Bloomington businesswoman. The defendant, Ayan Abukar, is number 58 of 70, meaning people have been charged.
Okay.
She is accused of taking some of the $5.8 million out of the free food programs to run through her nonprofit Action for East African People.
Got it.
She is accused of putting $1.5 million in ill-gotten proceeds towards the purchase of the property that we're discussing. That parcel is now subject to forfeiture in the Abukar case. According to Dakota County property records, the Lakeville parcel changed hands in 2021 and was reclassified from commercial to apartments. According to the document filed last month by State Attorney General Keith Ellison in a state court case against the Action for East African People, Abdiraham Siraj is Abukar's son.
What's he do?
It's not clear from the records what relationship exists between the developers behind Nolosha and the Abukar family, other than as potential buyers of the plot.
Somebody's got some money here.
So he's the kid, but he's not in the indictment. But still, that property should be.
I'm sure it's just coincidental.